set to go now on a wet and we are underway here in England. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Throwing on first down. Sellers. That's caught by Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 30. Past the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Johnson on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Johnson on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive
defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. They go play action here on first down. Second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on third and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks.
But no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. They're going to look to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Looking to throw. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The drive starts with a completion, left side.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, this is Jackson.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Oh, He's got him in wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Sellers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll try again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these linebackers, they've had active hands.
Almost reminds you of those great basketball teams, the ones that really defend, and we talk about the length that they have.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hardy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Sellers. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open is Robinson, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chiefs have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised, just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harding, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st down, it's Harding. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down now, it's Harding. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Harding, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, it's Hardy. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
It'll go as a gain of 4. Down. To throw on 2nd down. Sellers. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Sellers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Play action. Sellers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Well, Charles, the old